Okay, here it is. All the parts that make up the Master Grade GM Sniper 2 White Dingo with the camo, fully digital camo setup, as you can see here on the table. Whew, this was a lot of work. A lot of work in such a short amount of time. A very short amount of time. I want to go over with a few things so we could take a look at this. From the previous video, you guys already saw that I was working on this, detailing it up. What I was using, I think it was not this one, it was the other one. I was using the sanding paper, the sanding sponge that was like 3000 grit. I was wet sanding it so I can smooth out, because you will see a little bit of like when you remove the masking tape, maybe a little bit of the paint that was slightly caked off to the edge of the masking tape was still there as a little bit of a residual. And instead of me using a hobby knife or my nail, where I could easily damage and crush it, or damage it, you could say, I used a sanding sponge to clean it up and wipe it off. I gotten through a few of these already, but this all came out pretty good. I'm just going to do another review, a third review. Some parts I've already repainted. Some parts of the trimmies, you could say. Maybe I'm not saying it correctly, but like, for example, there was a scar mark on one of the parts where what I did was I took the masking tape around it and covered it, and then I respray painted the Titanium Blue 2 or 1 or what it was. And something like this, where there's a notch there, like a cut, like I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. You see that there is a little thing there, and it could have been caused by me removing the masking tape. I'm going to re-put on, masking tape around it again, and just get the same color and do a light, very very light pass with a low PSI, so that way I can cover it up. There's a few here and there that I've noticed that I gotta work on, but stuff like this, like the back skirt came out nice. The shield, of course, came out very nice as well. The calf armor. I don't have to worry about the top though, because the skirt armor is going to probably be covering it, so nobody's going to be able to see it. But it depends on how I position the kit. Now I didn't leave the what do you call it, the sticky tack on this for the back leg, so I'm leaving it like this so you guys can see it. I already know which of these goes onto what because of the patterns, so I just gotta make sure I separate them. I'm starting to feel like with my finger here passing over, I could feel like some of the raised paint, so I'm gonna pass on the thing, the masking tape. I could probably use this is 1000 grit paper, 1000 grit sanding stick, but I'm afraid that I may do more damage, so I'm going to go much lighter in the form of the grit to see if I could smooth it out as best as I could, and then just make sure I review each and every one of these, make sure that I didn't miss anything. But aesthetically, and if you look at it in a certain angle, actually I'm gonna readjust the camera a bit. Let me just zoom out again. Readjust the camera, and then I'm gonna bring it like that. I mean, once I put this on put it all together, it's gonna have that overall look of digital camera, which I was wanting to do for a long time. And I'm glad that it came out somewhat okay. I'm not 100% sold on this. Granted, I created my own masking digital type pattern where I could have easily used products and templates that will allow me to make it even better. But, you know, this was my second time trying this, and I definitely want to try it again in the future. The beam rifle. That came out nice. Check that out. This came out very nice. To a certain point. I even masked off and painted the inside of this. Now, you're probably asking me, why didn't I digital camo this? I forgot. I completely and utterly forgot about this when I was doing this. Because I always remember seeing this part, but I didn't see the back part of this. But actually, this is going to be working into my favor. And I'll explain why. If you look at the manual here, there are decals here, which, quite frankly, I believe the EF Army AR-01 will probably go on top of this pretty well. No problem. It's the white dingo symbol, the red dog, that I don't think maybe will be seen through this. I don't think you're going to see it. So I think putting it at the butt end of the rifle should be sufficient enough, don't you think? I really do. So that works in my favor. Some parts I see, you know, I mean, the EFF maybe get obscured both on the, both sides, and of course the white dingo, I'm going to put it on both sides of the hill. So I'm probably going to do is the EFF on one side and the other EFF on the other. I think I have numeric markings probably big enough to put on this side, but I don't know yet. I gotta check. I don't see. Oh, you know, I pulled this decal sheet somewhere so I can review this. What the heck is that? I just put it to the side while I was preparing this video, but I don't know. I'll look for it. I mean, it's definitely going to be used. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of my face. There is numeric numbers there. Doesn't show me where. Oh, it shows me where to put it on the knees. So maybe I can use that for something else, someplace other than. Maybe on the shoulder, maybe the shoulder. I guess so. I've already painted all the weaponry, but I don't know which one I'm going to be using. Clearly, he's going to be using this, and unfortunately, there's no attachment to hook the weapon up. There's no hook in the back where you can actually sit the beam rifle there. Whether it's the beam rifle like they use or the machine gun. But I did paint it so I can get it out of the way, and I'll probably be giving it to other master grade kits that I've already built and I would like to incorporate into the build. Some parts I've painted that are not necessary, but I painted it just in case, like this part here, the extra hand here, which I did not cover up with the masking tape and painted white because I wanted to see what would have been, if it would look good or not. I also began to detail some parts. So like this beam, the beam saber hilt, I made it this way, which is alright, to say the least. There's a detail there. Here's the detail of the Vulcan gun, but I'm kind of not digging the circle thing. It didn't look right, even though I masked it off. This I actually painted. Alright, so you guys probably remember I painted the inside, and then what I did was I took the masking tape, I put it in, and then I painted this all gray. This is the gray parts area. Then I removed the masking tape, but I didn't realize that by removing the masking tape, the knife that I was using was scraping off the titanium blue 1 color that was inside, and there's a little bit showing through. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to use a long brush, dip it in that color, and just you know, thin it out and just lightly dab it in there to fill in the gaps. That's easy. That's an easy fix right there. No biggie deal on that. I started to chrome plate the tips of these. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you'll see that up close when I put this together. I think I pretty much covered everything here. Thruster bells are not here because I kind of made a mistake and I'm redoing it again. I'm just putting it to dry. One last thing that I did, and maybe not many people will know about, will get a reference to this. The shoulders, and I'm going to zoom in here. As you can see, I painted the corners, but, and I don't know if you guys can see it, that is neon, as you can see there, for that part, and this is red. Come on, zoom in. I think I had to do this. Darn it. I forgot that I gotta tap the screen, so if I do this, can you see the red? I think so, maybe you guys can, but alright, never mind. So that side of the shoulder will be red with the little dot on both ends, and this will be a green on the other side with both ends. And I'm sorry, I just reversed it right now. Why did I do that? For those of you who have not been playing Battle Operations 2, whenever you get a mobile suit in the battle and you play it, it has 2 greens and 2 reds on each side of the shoulders. And I found it so unique to see something like that. I said, I gotta incorporate it on this kit. And I did. So there you go. I was actually going to leave that alone and see if somebody would recognize it, but not everybody that I know who are probably playing Battle Operations 2 knows that reference. But I just took care, I did that right now. So I added that extra detail to that kit. Okay, I think it's about time I start putting this kit together and see how it looks overall. Okay, it's now time to put this guy together and see how it looks overall. We'll begin with, of course, the body and the head. First thing, we'll need this. We'll need this to go there. Right over it. I think that's good. And we need this. It goes there. That goes here, like that. Now we just need to pop this out. We have this part that goes through here. This part that goes through there. Slide that in like so. Now for this, we need this that goes through there. This that goes through here. Before I put this on, oop, no, not that one, this one. This one has to go right through this. Just noticed something. Okay. Down, this one goes through here. Okay. Okay. That's in there all the way. Alright, so put that to the side here. Let's build the head. Oh wait, we need this first. It goes through here. Actually, let me put it on this first. Okay, good. Now slide it through here. Good. Stick this in the back, like so. Alright. Now this has a green part. Actually, no. Ooh, we're missing a part. Hold on. Yeah, this part here. This has this part that goes. Oops. Oh. Okay. Like that. And that goes on like so. That. Which goes all the way in. Then we put this through there. And then we need this. That connects to that. And this. That connects to that. Come on, go in. There we go. I was afraid to squeeze it in too much, but there you go. And then of course this goes up like that, up, and cool. Alright. But we have this part that goes here, like so. And now we have this that goes here, like so. What do you think of that? Oh. I'm going to put this on, but I'm not going to put the head on yet. Not yet. Alright, so that part is done. Then, of course, the backpack, which we need to take apart because of this. So that one goes there. This one goes here. And then goes like that. Goes like that. Put that there. And then we have the thruster bells. I decided to paint the inside white. I was actually considering either doing it metallic or maybe even yellow, but I thought this would be a lot easier. I mean, other than the little red part that's on the shoulders, this is the, I mean, the colors are so uniform and bland, but easy to distinguish. Put that there, bring that down a bit. Good. And then take this, slide it in like that. Alright. Backpack, torso, and head are now complete. Let us now move on to the next part of the build.